Welcome, everybody, to the Urantia book and beyond. What is the beyond, you might ask? What could possibly be beyond? A 2,000-page revelation of truth to this planet by advanced celestial beings? Very simply, that is within you, everybody. And that's what this book points out. This is just a means to an end. The end is within you in the form of your infinite spirit, your fragment of divinity that you can choose to merge with through decisions and choices, through love and faith and service, or you can choose to reject. You have clicked on this video, so you are already making positive choices, and they compound, everybody, as you continue on in the universe. So, we are on the first paper here. We have finished the foreword. Please make sure you're liking and subscribing. I really appreciate it. That's a great service that you can do to help get this word out there, everybody. This book is not a religion. This is not something that you need to believe every single one of these points or you're going to go to hell or anything like this. This is all at your own pace, all at your own choosing. The real religion is your own relationship with God, deity, and divinity. So brush all of the negativity off of your shoulder, everybody. The evils are only relatively real of this world. They don't need to touch you when you wear the full armor of the divine. We are in kindergarten in this universe. We are playing in the sandbox. And when do you want to get to first grade? Well, that's up to you, everybody. Here we go. Part 1, the central and super universes. The Universal Father. The Universal Father is the God of all creation. I just want to preface this to say, don't get caught up if you don't like the term Father, if that somehow... it's not the term and the name that's important, okay? Here, look here, even right here. The Universal Father is the God of all creation, the first source and center of all things and beings. First, think of God as a creator, then a controller, and lastly as an infinite upholder. The truth about the Universal Father had begun to dawn upon mankind when the prophet said, "You, God, are alone. There is none beside you. You have created the heaven and the heaven of heavens with all their hosts. You preserve and control them. By the sons of God were the universe is made. The Creator covers himself with light as with a garment and stretches out the heavens as a curtain." Okay, so they reference, that must be a prophet, probably, maybe even in the Bible, I'm not sure. Only the concept of the Universal Father, one God in the place of many gods, enabled mortal man to comprehend the Father as divine creator and infinite controller. So before that, when we were thinking about pantheism, or we were thinking about Zeus, what did Zeus create? What did Hera create? Oh, this guy created fire, that guy created water, blah, blah, blah. And then just synthesize it and says, don't go off on all these tangents. It's just one creator, and you can have a relationship with that one creator. You don't need to have a relationship with Saint Matthew and Saint this guy and Saint that guy. Boom, go right to the source. It's not saying that that's forbidden or anything like that. It's just saying if you focus it, you will understand more. That is how we've begun to understand the truth. The myriads of planetary systems were all made to be eventually inhabited by the many different types of intelligent creatures, beings who could know God, receive the divine affection, and love him in return. The universe of universes is the work of God and the dwelling place of his diverse creatures. God created the heavens and formed the earth. He established the universe and created this world not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. So that's many worlds, everybody. So when you're looking out into that universe and saying, what's out there? Inhabited worlds. We are all in one cosmic family under one creator. That's the unity, but not the uniformity. The enlightened worlds all recognize and worship the Universal Father, the eternal maker and infinite upholder of all creation. The will creatures of universe upon universe have embarked upon the long, long paradise journey, the fascinating struggle of the eternal adventure of attaining God the Father. So that right there shows where we're at, because we're not an enlightened world. We are here in the world that is worshiping things like money, things like personal power and lording it over the others. So it goes to show that we are in a backward state. We are not an enlightened world. Okay? The transcendent goal of the children of time, here it is, folks, is to find the eternal God, to comprehend the divine nature, to recognize the universal Father. That is the purpose, the meaning, the reason of life, right there. The transcendent goal of the children of time is to find the eternal God, to comprehend the divine nature, and to recognize the universal Father. God-knowing creatures have only one supreme ambition, just one consuming desire, and that is to become as they are in their spheres, like Him as He is in His paradise perfection of personality, in His universal sphere of righteous supremacy. From the universal Father who inhabits eternity, there has gone forth the supreme mandate, be you perfect, even as I am perfect. In love and mercy, the messengers of paradise have carried this divine exhortation down through the ages and out through the universes, even to such lowly animal origin creatures as the human races of Urantia. So that is perfect in our spheres, which is this planet. This is our sphere. We don't have to create universes here, create perfect universe like God has, right? That's not what we're doing here on our sphere. This mandate of being perfect as God is perfect is relative to where we're at. You can create a universe inside the heart of your neighbor, or maybe just a stranger in the parking lot that you help at the grocery store. You're creating a universe within them. You're seeing and recognizing the universe within them. That is perfection attainment here, that service, those good habits. It's not hard to contemplate perfection. It's written on our hearts. So it's not something like, oh, I can never say an error when I'm speaking or something like that, make a mistaked word or something. It's your attitude, it's your disposition. It's, it's not, oh, I'm never going to eat unhealthy food. You're going to try, you're going to put forth the effort, and that's what needs to be shown. Put forth the effort, and you eventually will attain it. That's why this is a breaking of the shackles. This be you perfect. There's no time limit on that. It's not, oh, and by the way, you need to do it today or else you're going to hell. No, it's relax and flow. And those are the best words that I could give to somebody on this path. This magnificent and universal injunction to strive for the attainment of perfection of divinity is the first duty and should be the highest ambition of all the struggling creation of God of perfection. This possibility of the attainment of divine perfection is the final and certain destiny of all man's eternal spiritual progress. When you attain that, and even if you just get glimpses, as I have, it is so satisfying. You understand why this is all happening. Urantia mortals can hardly hope to be perfect in the infinite sense. Right, we were just talking about that. But it is entirely possible for human beings starting out as they do on this planet to attain the supernal and divine goal which the infinite God has set for mortal man. And when they do achieve this destiny, they will, in all that pertains to self-realization and mind attainment, be just as replete in their spheres of divine perfection as God himself is in his sphere of infinity and eternity. Such perfection may not be universal in the material sense, unlimited in intellectual grasp, or final in spiritual experience, but it is final and complete in all finite aspects of divinity of will, perfection of personality motivation, and God consciousness. So it's, like I said, you're not going to be complete in every single sphere possible, but you're going to master Earth. You're going to master this planet and what it is to be a complete and replete person. And it's saying here, there's a unity here because it's not different for various people. As in, one person might say, well, my journey, my mission is to be the, the president of a particular country, right? And this person might say, well, that is my final attainment. No, because how many presidents have we had that have not been perfect in this sphere? Okay, so it's just making that an even larger ambition for you. It's opening up that, revealing that curtain, of what is possible for you and saying, yes, not only is this possible for you, as that paragraph points out, but it's actually the goal for all creatures on every single entire universe. There's so much, there's so much unique variation within that you can strive for. Your path, the pace, how that's going to manifest for you. Everybody's not going to be a clone of each other because we all have a unique personality. So, but the goal is the same. This is the true meaning of that divine command. Be you perfect, even as I am perfect, which ever urges mortal man and women onward and beckons him and her inward of the spiritual values and true universe meanings. This sublime search for God of universes is the supreme adventure of the inhabitants of all worlds of time and space. So there you have it, folks. That is the meaning of life, the purpose of life, and our destiny. Please make sure you're liking and subscribing. Thanks to everybody who is. We're growing rapidly. And make sure that you keep just spreading that message and word out there because it is within you, and you will attain that.